It's your boy Conejo. Ya saben, homie, aquí andamos. So pretty much for today, I have a good one, homie. I know that lately I've been focusing on my town, and it's because I'd rather knock out stuff that I know and shit like that before I start addressing other things, right? Because I know I got a couple profiles on. I got a profile on the homie from TC. I know that, but I'm still on. I have to have that on standby because I want to get a little bit more of the facts and stuff like that, right? So right now, for the meantime, I will be concentrating in my area, um, especially because it's a little bit easier for me, right? Because I mean, I know my town and I know the type of individuals that my town has. So I'm gonna be speaking on them for today, and a couple of the profiles that will be coming up more than likely are gonna be on homies from my town, and then from there I'll end up moving along, right? Because I know I can do profiles in other towns, but they would have to be on the individuals that I know personally and that I have done time with, right? So let's get started, man. Pretty much today's profile, I was gonna be profiling the white boys from my town, right? I'm gonna be profiling what neighborhoods have the most white boys and how the white boys are looked at in my area, my town, right? I'm not gonna be speaking on Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz has a whole different monster when it comes to the white boys, and they politic a little bit different, homie. So I'm gonna be speaking on the ones from Watson for today, and yeah, man, I will get touch base with a little bit of the Santa Cruz white boys and all the stuff they got going on over there. But on this one, pretty much, I'm gonna be talking about the Watsoneros that are white boys. Pretty much, let me put this out there. Yes, there's white boys in Watsonville, as well as some brothers, even though there's not that many of them. There is, right? So, okay, how can we start this? What neighborhood has the most white boys? In my opinion, the neighborhood that has the most white boys would have to be Barrio Green Valley, VGV, homie, where Baby Joker's from and stuff like that, right? That neighborhood happens to have at least the solid ones that I know of, right? Like a lot of the white boys that they do have, they with the shit, they with the business, they with the functions, and they don't give two fucks, homie. I know a couple of them that personally that have done time in the states and program with the raza, and just because they're white, that doesn't discourage them, homie. They continue to push and they with the shit, homie. So I know Green Valley happens to be one of the neighborhoods that happens to have a lot of white boys. Um, you asked me why, I couldn't answer that, homie. I mean, to be quite real, right? I don't know what makes the white population want to be from that neighborhood. To be quite real, right? Um, Other neighborhoods do have white boys. My hood happens to have. I want to say I know one for sure, but I want to say that there's at least three white boys. The one that I know for sure is it's white. Shout outs to the homie Ghost. Fuck you, homie, but you know what's up, homie. I said mine's a fool. Uh, Regardless, you know what I mean. Even on the little snake shit you be doing. Uh, but that's one of the only homies that I can actually say his name that I know he's white, right? Other neighborhoods, because I'm more than likely gonna get some people in the comments talking shit about, man, the white boys ain't with the business and what's on and shit like that, right? I'm gonna have to backtrack. Some of the homies that I seen, right, that were from Davian, I'm not gonna add all of them. There was a handful of white boys that would join a northern gang or whatever, right? Neighborhood, and it was mostly for protection, homie. They felt that it was cool to be part of the whole homie thing, right? Like be part of the gangs and shit like that. So that's where more than likely those comments are gonna be coming from. Like, hey, homie, this fools ain't with the business. Woo woo. Like, nah, homie. But let's be quite real. There's some that are part of actual neighborhoods that we all know that them fools are with the functions, homie. So we can't take that away from them, homie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody is a man, you know, and yeah, some people are a little bit softer than others. It's not that they're soft. I shouldn't even said that word. They analyze a little bit more. That was for you, cool guy. You know what I'm saying? They think about their actions before they do it, right? So a lot of them, they're smart in that sense. Where you know what? Maybe if I do this like this, I'm gonna get fucked up, right? and maybe if I do this like this, it's gonna be all bad the other way. So they think about some of the shit that before they do it, homie. And right here in Watson, like it's majority Mexicans, homie. I'll be the first one to say that it's majority Mexicans, but we do have some whites, a little bit of brothers, not that many, but the white boys that end up becoming from like the white boys from the town, pretty much they're not considered white boys, homie, because let's be quite real, a lot of the people that are from Watson, they tend to run with the raza, homie. There's no skinhead neighborhood. There's no woods like in Watson, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's all either they're part of the norteño fucking cause or the sureño cause, because the sureños got some white boys too. Not that many. They probably have way less than the northerners, because the northerners have a, can I say it? They speak more English, homie, than the Sureños. The Sureños, most of the time, they're fluently speaking Spanish, especially in schools, homie. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But this profile is on the white boys, so yeah, the white boys tend to become Northerners in Watson. I remember when I was a WVNer, right? I had this homie named well, they used to call him Crow, but he ended up changing it to Revenge, and he ended up moving. He was from WVN. He was from Watson Barrio Norte and shit. He was a white boy. I believe his name was Kevin or some shit like that. I think his name was Kevin. Shout outs to the homie, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he taps in or not, but shout outs to you, homie, you know what I'm saying? And he was a white boy, homie, you know, and he used to be a real good friend of mine. We used to, he used to live on Clifford too, on that street, and we used to walk from Clifford to Watsonville Community. And even though this white boy, he was a white boy, you know what I'm saying? But he had a heart, homie. I give him that. Uh, I remember one time we were pushing back, homie, right there by Freedom, and some Sureños rolled up on us, right? They were in a red Honda too, to top it off, right? They rolled up on us, and they were like "Barrio Pobre, woo woo," right? And I looked at the homie, and I was waiting to see. I thought he was gonna run. I was like, "This fool's gonna run." I was like, "I'm gonna be. They're gonna leave me here, right? This fool's gonna run." And I remind you, I was a little fat kid, so I was like, "Damn, they're gonna put tips on me. It's just gonna be all bad, homie, right?" So I looked at the homie, and I'm like, well, "What's up, fool?" Right? Because these fools were already pulling up. They ended up parking right there on like by Cary, by the laundromat. So they parked it and they got off, right? And I looked at them, right? I was like, "What's up, fool?" He's like, "Well, let's handle this, homie." And I was like, "Damn, that's right." Like I felt some type of relief knowing that the homie wasn't gonna push, like run, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, homie, I was the fat one, right? So more than likely he would have got away and your boy would have got his ass whooped. Let's be straight up. Um, but nah, he stuck right there, homie. We fought. Two of them got on your boy because I was a little bit bigger. But they weren't able to fuck me up. Luckily, you know what I'm saying. I've been beat up before, so there's no need to lie if I would have got beat up, right? Um, I was moving around them. Even though I got to spit on both of them, on both the Sureños that were rushing me and shit. And I seen the homie just getting it, boom, boom, with the old boy, you know. And I remember, bro, like I ran over there because like the homie was like behind a wall, like was it a wall or a car? I think he was like leaning on a car, like swinging him with the old boy, right? But he had him like cornered right there, and that shit was hella funny, bro. Cause as I'm swinging with these fools over here, I end up spitting on one, right? And I start swinging on the other fool, and we're running towards like the actual street now. We're right there on Freedom, so we're running right there by the street, chunking them. And I happen to look at the homie, and I'm like, damn, this fool's just stuck right there with this fool, right? And I'll remind you, these Sureños were older, homie. Because most of the time, and I'm not trying to put the Sureños down or anything like that, homie, because it's gang banging and that's how it goes. But most of the time, the Sureños that do that shit, that get off and look for fools, are older, homie. They're way older than us. I believe at that time these fools were already like in their 20s, 19, 20s, you know. And fuck, I was like 15, 16, fighting these fools. So I run over there, homie. Like I just happened to run over there. And I remember the homie even said, like, man, fool, I swear to God, homie, I seen you doing like I guess I was just going like this, like running with my hand like this forward, right? That's how he seen it, right? But I was like, nah, fool. I ran over there and I just, bam, I cracked that fool, like right in the chin. You know what I'm saying? Like to get him off the homie so that he can able to maneuver. But the homie said that he just seen it like me running like with a straight fist, like fucking. I guess I was like Superman or something. Just bam, right? And I just fucking socked him, and we ended up like getting away. You know what I'm saying? On that occasion, and as I socked him, he moved, and like we continued like fighting for like another, I want to say like another 13, 14 seconds. Boom, boom. Then someone will set cops. I mean, it always happens like that. Someone always yells cops or la policía or whatever, right? And these fools ended up fucking running, homie. They ended up running towards their whip, and they pushed. And I even told the homie too. Like after they had pushed, I was like, "Fuck, homie, we should have got on their whip." Like there was no one in there. I was like, "We should have just gone in there. More than likely, the keys were in there, homie. We would have pushed." But they ended up pushing. We got away too. Like we ended up going to Jack in the Box, seeing the cops roll up, but it was already too late. Everybody was gone, you know. So that was an experience that I had with the homie from the town, right? That was a white boy, and it actually showed me that, you know what, bro? Like just because they're white, that doesn't mean shit, bro. Like they have heart. Like there's fools that have heart. They got weenies everywhere. They got fools that are solid everywhere. It just depends, homie. It just depends on the character. And I remember after that experience, homie, like when I would be around the homie, like I trusted the homie real good, bro. Like I knew he wasn't gonna run on me, right? Even if some fools would jump off, right? Because I had some experiences, bro, with Raza, homie, right? Where they would run. The homies would run, like, hey, fool, nah, run, fool, woo, next time. And I'm like, fuck, right? And I remember, homie, because I was fat, homie, so it's like, and I have some experiences where, like, let's say I would have tried to run, it would have been all bad, homie, you know what I'm saying? It just goes worse. So we just sucked it up and we dealt with that, homie, you know? And with that homie right there, I noticed that I can count on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a solid ass white boy. He ended up moving to Gilroy, I believe, you know? So shout outs to the homie Crow. Wherever you're at, G, you know what I'm saying? I've said mine's a fool. And yeah, man, I mean, you actually changed the outlook on the white boys right here from the town, homie, because I would actually be one of the same, like one of those individuals that wouldn't talk down on them, but I wouldn't give them that respect that they deserved, homie, you know? Because I would be like, man, these fools ain't raza, homie. These fools ain't with that functions like that. When in all reality, bro, they got some white boys that are fucking even more crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you actually pay attention to all these politics and shit, like, some of these white boys, they're off the hooks, homie, especially these out of state white boys. But that's another video and another story, homie, you know? Pretty much in Watson, we do have white boys. Not all of them are with the shit, homie. But the ones that are participating on that gang tip, like tough, them fools are with it, homie. I can't take that from them. Especially the ones that are from Green Valley, homie. I said mine's a fool. You guys be knowing, G. And yeah, man. This is gonna be a little small profile on the white boys from the town. Cause there's not that many, homie. So I would have gone making it longer, but it's not that many. And more than likely, I will speak on them when I make a profile on Green Valley. I will bring them up again. But with all that being said, man, I'm gonna cut this video right here, man. I hope you guys like it. If you guys did, man, make sure to put a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, it's free, homie. Put a thumbs down, homie. Hit that shit twice, just so that it goes through. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, man. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Conejo, and I'm out.